Read this disclaimer. And basically at Plexus Worldwide, we want you to know that the results that you're about to hear may vary from person to person and that we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any diseases.
Oh, is it working?
Oh, you have to make a push. I'll mess with this and you can carry on.
There you go. Very loud.
So, a little history on the company is back in 2005, Plexus began as a breast health company. We only had two products. We had the breast check kit and the breast cream, which is now the body cream. And in 2009, they launched Plexus Slim. And after they launched Plexus Slim, basically the annual revenue has just boomed.
Sorry.
So just like any business, your business is only as successful as your service or the products that you have. So the opportunity of a lifetime, and it is because of our products and our business. But our core products is the Triplex. It is our most popular combo that we have. And we all know that gut health is so important, and Triplex gets to the root of all of our issues. And the gut is linked to the absorption of your nutrients, your mood, and immunity. And you can think of your gut as your second brain. And Triplex is how you take care of the most important part of your body. So Plexus Slim, I call it my happy drink, or you could call it the pink drink, but it helps keep blood sugars, cholesterol, and lipids at healthy levels. It helps increase willpower over food. It burns fat, not muscle. It is not a stimulant, and it is not a meal replacement. In a large bag of Slim, you get 30 packets, and you just mix one daily with some water. And I take mine 30 minutes before my breakfast, and it just kind of keeps me balanced for the day. And then we have our ProBio 5, and it promotes digestive health and a healthy immune system. It provides 5 strands of probiotic bacteria to help support and maintain intestinal flora. It contains enzymes to aid in breakdown of proteins of fibrous foods during digestion, and it helps reduce free radical damage in the body. It's gluten-free. Some of the most remarkable testimonies come from this small but mighty product. And if you go to your Facebook, you can go to the search bar and put Plexus ProBio 5 or Pinterest, Google, whatever your favorite search engine is, and you can see some pretty amazing testimonies. Then we have our Bio Cleanse, which is one of my personal favorites. It helps oxygenate the entire body. It helps cleanse the gastrointestinal tract. It helps energize the body. It supports collagen production and relieves occasional constipation. This is a gentle cleanse that you can take every day. You do not need to take time off work, and it is the ProBio 5's Power Companion product. So when you think of those two products, I think of it as garbage day at your house. You go around and you collect garbage all around the places that you have your garbage bags, and then you have to get it all out and take it out and put it out by the curb. Well, Plexus Slim keeps your body balanced and energized, but the probiotic gets all those toxins and all that garbage all loosened up and all out, and then BioCleanse comes and helps you take it out to the curb or flush it out. So our spotlight product this month is Block. Personally, I think it's a brilliant product because you can take control every time that you eat. It blocks 48% of your sugars and carbs. It maintains healthy blood sugars. It does not block your nutrients from your food. It's 100% vegan and gluten-free. And some people take it daily to kind of set the tone for their day, or you can take it before treats. So like if you're gonna have like a carby meal or a glass of wine, that's some like people take it that way. And a little bit of simple Plexus bath is if you like to have 2 pieces of pie with your holiday meal, and you take a block, you're actually only eating 1 piece of pie. So we have the block challenge, Block the Bulge, coming up. It starts December 5th, and I'm personally excited about it. I love group events. Plexus has a great culture anyway, but it just helps everybody. It's very encouraging. You get to see and hear other people's feedback, but it holds you accountable too, and we all need a little bit of support. So testimonials. I have 3 people doing testimonies tonight, so I'd love for you guys to come up. But just before we start, I'm going to put everyone who has tried Plexus in the room, if they could just raise the hand if it has helped them. Awesome, I love that. That's my favorite part. All right, and we can hear the testimonials.
Who do you want first, or do you want everybody else?
If everyone would just come up, that would be great.
Want me to go first? How many notes? I'll just read yours. Hi, everybody. So, my Plexus journey, come on up, Myrna. My Plexus journey started January 2015. I came to an event just like this. Jen was having her first event. And I was invited to come to it. I didn't even know what Plexus was. So I pulled up to the event and I said to my sister-in-law, I said, what is Plexus anyway? I know that's kind of crazy, but she probably thought it was a good idea that I attend because I complained so much about my health. So as of 2015 January, I was 50 to 60 pounds overweight. I had put on 50 pounds probably in 5 years. My digestive health was terrible. I took Zantac every day. Gaviscon, Tums, Rolaids, whatever there was around, I would take it. I had headaches every day. I was bloated. I'm sure most people can relate to that. My plumbing wasn't working very well. So I thought, why not? You know, and I had probably other things. I had a lot of inflammation, a lot of pain. So my joints, my knees were starting to bother me. It just comes with extra weight. So I thought, I listened to Krista and I thought, why not? You know, I've tried just about everything else. I was at a point where, what did I have to lose really? So I did, I tried the product and I started with the triplex. And it was probably a month or so before, it was a few weeks before I really started to feel any of the benefits. And originally when I started the product, I started for weight loss. But honestly, that changed really quickly. I did lose weight, and I lost a lot of inches too. But really, more importantly, it was all the other things that started to happen. So I was feeling really well, probably better than I had in years and years and years. My energy level was crazy, through the roof actually. My digestive health got better, headaches gone. And I slept better too. And you know, I don't know if any of you can relate to this or not, but when you wake up in the morning, sometimes do you just say, oh my gosh, I just can't wait to get back home and go to bed. I cannot wait to go back to bed. I mean, I felt that way probably every day. So I can say honestly that I don't feel that way anymore. I mean, some days you do, but it's probably too much wine. But so really, I started with the triplex, and I can honestly tell you, it was probably, well, I think it was my saving grace. So I still take it today, and it's almost 2 years later, and you have nothing to lose. So I would say try it. Why not? You're here, so if you've not tried the product, it's worth. I just think you're worth investing in yourself. And that's my testimony.
I have notes. My name is Angie, and I've been a Plexus ambassador since November 26th last year. I started with the triplex, and it was it was probably the first week that I actually noticed a difference. So I'm going to go back to last year when I felt awful every day when I woke up. I woke up every day with a headache for the last probably 15 years, went to bed with a headache. I just felt horrible all the time. My doctor thought that it was possible that I had a brain aneurysm, so I went for tests for that. It turned out I was fine, and it was just, I had headaches. He didn't know what to do, so he tried me on every medication possible. Nothing helped. Your phone's ringing. That gives me a chance to find my place. I had acid reflux so bad that I had blisters on my tongue and my throat. I had to go to the hospital 2 or 3 times to get a mouthwash, and it didn't help. My blood pressure was so high, the last time when the doctor finally said you need to do something, it was 220 over 170. My blood sugars last year, I was borderline diabetic. I grinded my teeth like crazy. I had swelling in my arms and legs and joints. So, fast forward to today, no prescriptions. I was on 7 to 8 a day. My doctor actually, when I was there, researched Plexus, told me to keep up with everything that I'm on, that whatever I was doing was working. And I also lost 15 pounds and over 50 inches. And I'm happy to say I'm no longer a couch potato.
I don't have any notes. Sorry. My name is Myrna, and I've been with Plexus since July of 2015. I became an ambassador in December of 2015 after trying the product for a few months. My testimony is I have Crohn's disease, and I've been on medications for 20 plus years. Nothing was helping me. I had 2 surgeries, in and out of hospital. 4 months at a time I would be in there, 2-3 months. I wanted to try something. I'd seen posts on my Facebook page about Plexus, didn't know anything about it. I inquired, asked questions. Anyways, I decided to give it a try. And here I am, all these months later. I've lost 25 pounds, 20 plus inches. I feel so much better. I'm not tired anymore. I don't come home from work and sleep. I'm not sick and tired of being sick and tired. I don't have that feeling anymore. And I am now medication free. So, thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Keep quiet back there. My name's Kevin Black. I'll tell you a story about myself. About 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with diabetes, and the numbers were high. So my doctor put me on a needle and the pills. So I was about probably 50 pounds overweight, no exercise, and I was a bad smoker. Anyway, so 3 years almost now off the cigarettes, and I'm down about 50 pounds. And I started with the Plexus Slim, and a month ago I started on the triplex. I have energy that's through the roof. I walk almost every day. This morning 8 kilometers on my treadmill. I walk 12 kilometers sometimes. But I guess the big thing for me is again, like the ladies just said, you don't feel tired anymore. You don't feel like you're sick, like that feeling that you get. People, actually, I got a brother that's quite a healthy guy, and he's always at me like, gee, how do you walk all that? Like, it's just energy, so you're burning it off. So it's done a lot for me. I had a psoriasis problem too. Anybody that knows me, like Kevin, and I had it on my elbows and my back, and you know what? I was taking a light treatment to try and get rid of it. I no longer have it. Wow. But the best part is, And I remember the last needle that I took, saying to myself, you know what, I don't want to live like this anymore. I bent 3 needles in my side. I don't know if anybody's ever taken them. It hurts like hell. So I decided to get healthy, exercise, and I know the Slim really helped me. Pam helped me with that because thank God for her. I'm no longer on any medication.
Wow.
So try it, believe me, you'll love it.
So if anyone ever asks why I do Plexus, that's exactly why. I love the stories, I love the messages that I receive. So please keep them coming because I do really, really enjoy it.
Jen, can I just say something?
Yes.
Oh, I've really bad arthritis in my knees. Don't want to go up. Anyway, so the doctor last time I was there, he said, take up to 5 Aleve a day, and if that's not going to work, you're going to have to get shots in your knees. I thought, no, friggin' way am I going to take shots or that. So I started the Ease, and I don't have pain anymore. So I told him, and he goes, well, what are you taking? And I told him, he goes, well, it must have a medicine in it. And I said, no, I get it it comes from the States. Well, it doesn't, he said then, so bring your bottle in next time I want to read it, you know.
Yes.
So that's really helped a lot in the cream. And also the young girls at work, a lot of them are almost young enough to be my grandkids that I work with. They go, where do you get all your energy?
Yeah.
You're just so full of energy. And I said, well, anyway, we know where it comes from.
Yeah.
But it's, Jen first came into work. I used to work with Jen at Sears. And she came in one day, I think when you first started.
Yes.
And she put the
2
little
years
pink thing
ago.
down. So Jen, you know Jen. I thought of you. And I went, okay, that's good. I didn't know what it was about. Anyway, and my husband bugged me for 2 years. I want you to talk to Jen. You know, he's fun to talk. But anyway, finally I feel after my whole life of dieting, like 50 years of dieting, that I feel so free. You don't think of dieting when you're on this. You just eat healthy. You can have treats. It's amazing how much better you feel. I don't have the starving cravings and stuff anymore. It's just amazing.
That's awesome.
I feel free But anyway, Jen, I just want to say one more thing. When Jen brought it in, I went, okay, what's this? I took it home, left it on my night table. I was afraid to take the pink drink. I didn't know what was in it. I thought it was, well, maybe I'll have a reaction and pass out. And made my husband drink it first. So you
You take it.
So anyway, there was quite a bit of lapse, Jen. It took me about 1.5 years to get back to Jen because I really didn't have enough information. You really need to sit me down and go, this is what it does. This is how it works. You know, I just have to know like this. And so finally, Dean goes, I think you need to call Jen again. So anyway, he's the one that needs to call Jen. So anyway, I said, no, I'm trying Weight Watchers one more time. And it was so awful. Like every Wednesday you were freaking out. You had to get weighed and you strip off. Don't even wear your jewelry, get weighed. Oh my God. So anyway, that was it. And then got right into this and it's great. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't get the starvings and cravings anymore. And a little calmer and but still, you know, anyway, it's great. I'm excited about the Ease. It's really good for pain.
That's awesome.
It is.
And,
Yeah.
and that's exactly why I just keep sharing with everyone.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
it changes people's lives.
Yeah.
It changes the quality,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
But thank you, Lynn. You're welcome. All right, so I'm going to introduce Krista Howland. She is our Sapphire upline. She's also my cousin. So please welcome. Thank you so much. She knows how to work all this stuff. It's all her equipment. Thank you, Jen.
Let's give her a hand because I know this. So
yes, my name is Krista Hallen, for those who don't know me, and I've been with Plexus for almost, well, I guess coming up on 3 years. 2014 of May is when I joined the company, and I was never certainly going to be standing in front of people talking when I joined. Was not going to do the business at all. I joined as a wholesale customer only, just to get my products for the cheapest price. And about 4 months later, I thought I needed some money, needed to make a switch in my life, and so I had this box of stuff in my cupboard that had the books and the stuff that I hadn't used in the welcome kit and everything, and I thought I'm just going to poke in that and see what I have, and before I go back to school, which I did not want to go back to school. And so got looking in, I looked at the compensation plan. I do come from a business background, and I thought, there's something here. This is doable, I do believe. And so started just sharing with friends and family on Facebook, and it just kind of organically started to happen, where friends started to say, what are you doing, because you've never done anything like this before. I was in Arbonne for a very short period of time and made $300, and they congratulated me because that was a lot of money to make. So I worked hard for that $300. So that was enough of network marketing for me at that time. So, but when I hit the ground running with this, it was different. It was with a passion, and the more I learned about what it was doing for people, the more that passion became almost an obsession, really, because I wanted so many people to know about it. And those stories that we heard tonight are typical of stories I hear all the time. And so it's something that once you know that you're helping people and you have a platform to work off of, and how it's helping society, then you just can't help but share that, because that's good. It's good for everybody. And I always say that it's not just about me, or it's just not about you, like taking the product, having a good, Lynn, you have a great story, but it's not just about you. It's about helping other people, helping our communities, helping our, our healthcare system, helping our economy, because it goes far beyond just what we're doing, and it has ripple effects into so many other avenues. So I do believe anybody that has a passion for this company, it is our obligation to tell people. That's how serious I am about it. So if you are here as a guest and you're wondering, how can I get my hands on this amazing product? We do have 3 ways that you can buy. There's retail, preferred, and wholesale. And I always just tell everybody to join wholesale. It's the cheapest way. You get a 60-day money-back guarantee. We also have no auto ship now. Minimum order, cancel at any time, exclusive discount. You get a business opportunity. It only costs $34.95. And if you don't like it, you can quit at any time. There's no obligation, and you have that 60-day money-back guarantee. But if you're still hesitant, and that sounds like it's just way too much for you, you might want to drop down to preferred customer, give it a try. It is a 60-day money-back guarantee also. It's auto-shipped out to you. You are locked into an auto-ship with that one, but you can cancel at any time. But you just get a little bit of a discount on that. Same thing, no minimum order, cancel at any time, exclusive discounts. Retail is a one-time purchase with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So for myself, I came in wholesale, never expected to grow the business. And I always push everybody to wholesale just because it's the cheapest. Prices are in American funds too, so that gives you the best price. And you can grow a team or do whatever you like. Make a little bit of extra commission just off your own products, what your family's using, and so forth. So I always get, is it expensive? That's probably my #1 thing that keeps people from wanting to buy the product. It always comes down to, what does it cost? And I always say your health does not have a price tag on it, because everybody that had, came up here today, their stories are amazing. I mean, Myrna's story is crazy, and your eyes were even tearing up because you're just like, you couldn't believe. I mean, her life has been totally changed. She would probably pay twice as much for the product because she's probably saving now with all the running you did with everything else. So your health does not have a price tag on it. And society is really in a bad situation with our health now, with the way we're eating, our environment, and then medications that we're taking. It just has such a horrible effect on your system. So I always say, when you're thinking about the cost, think about maybe ways that you can kind of cut costs if that's a real challenge for you. And we always have, you know, those treats like the Big Mac meal or the, right now, peppermint milk is at Starbucks, if nobody saw that. It's $6 for a large.
Oh, well, whatever.
And I got one the other day and I said to Michaela, I said, I just paid $6 for this. And it's full of sugar and it's not going to do anything for my body. It tastes momentarily good, but it's going to be just a passing thing, you know, that I'm not going to be able to use for resources at any other time versus my pink drink, which is going to do so much more for my body, right? And costs a lot less. And I will say this about the ingredients on the pink drink. If you are kind of curious about what each ingredient does, even separate from what we've said it does, just pick apart each ingredient. You'll be amazed at what, like the alpha lipoic acid, for example. Everything that it does is so amazing that you just wonder why are more people not on this, because everybody needs those ingredients that are in it. And I love to pick apart each ingredient in the products. So is it FDA approved? We get this a lot. No natural supplement is. Nothing in the drugstores you buy, even if it's from an expensive naturopathic doctor, they're not FDA approved. So neither are Plexus products. But the FDA kind of gets it wrong every once in a while. You ever see those infomercials where they like the guy's talking so fast you can hardly hear what he says, and then at the end it says, and it could cause death. Like, you know, but people still buy it. You know, they'll take that chance. And will it work for me? For myself, I did go on to lose 30 pounds, but I was also using it as a tool. I exercised, I ate healthy. I listened to what the product was doing in my body, like in my head when it wasn't craving sugar. I usually just stayed away from sugar. Or maybe one handful of potato chips was enough versus the whole bag of barbecued with dill pickle, Philadelphia cream cheese Friday night. That would be my treat of choice. So I don't need the whole thing anymore. Like a little bit is fine. And then if you're still not happy, Plexus stands behind its products. We do have a 60-day money-back guarantee, and that's now for wholesalers and customers. So it's a great option that you tried the product for 2 months. I always say at least try it for 2 months, and then if you're not happy, get your money back. So what if there was no inventory required, there was virtually no risk involved, you could keep your job while building your business, and you didn't have to be a salesperson. You just cared about people and shared what you learned. And that's really all we're asking of anybody who's a Plexus ambassador, is just love your products and share them with everybody that you meet, because everybody needs some part of what Plexus has to offer. So I'm going to go into the business part of this. What would a business like this cost you? And would it cost you if it was only $34.95? Does anybody have another home-based business here? Anything you do? What would it cost you to start? You're doing a startup actually, so.
It's a lot.
It's thousands.
It's
yeah. A girlfriend back home, she just started a nail salon, and she took this one little room in her house, just little, and it's cost her $10,000 to set it up, to get all her equipment. And you think how many nails she has to do to get, you know, but that's astronomical amount of money. And we have the same opportunity for $34.95 to grow a business with whatever you want it to be. Whether you want it to be little, just a little bit of extra money, or if you want it to be huge and go all in. The $34 is true. It's for your website, hosting fee for a year. Sometimes we'll have people join for that, and then they'll try and get a little extra money ahead through the business of sharing it with people they know, and then they can get off and running enough to buy their welcome kits. So that's a great option for people who are struggling financially and just can't afford the whole thing. So if it truly changed your life, how can you not tell people about it? And I think the testimonials that we had tonight are pretty, right on with that statement. It changed their life, and they're out telling people about it. Enough that they're coming up to, share their stories and be brave, like Angie, when you came up, like, you were brave to come up, but you did a lot better than you did the other.
Oh, yeah.
You cried at
I didn't cry.
So you're getting tired. So yeah, but that's because, they care enough to share their stories. Everybody has a story to tell, and everybody has a story that they can relate to somebody else about too. So use your story to relate to other people. This is our amazing compensation plan that looks so confusing. It has 11 different ways that we do get paid. And I always say that if it looks that confusing, then there's got to be a little money in there somewhere. And that's true. We have 2 ways that we can can buy in the company. There's product sales, and then there's team building. So whoever invited you here tonight, just get back with them and ask them about the different ways we get paid. It is really amazing. We've changed a lot of lives financially through Plexus, and that's another thing that I love to talk about is the financial side, because there's a lot of financially sick people too. People who, they're just living paycheck to paycheck. They could use a little breathing room, and Plexus can offer that. And you don't have to break the bank to get there. This is our annual income disclosure. I won't go over all of this. I'll kind of just hit on Silver Ambassador is 3 people under you. A Silver Ambassador who's working their company, working to get more team members, working to get to gold. They're building a team, is making about $5,000 American a year. And that's pretty accurate. So who do you know that could use $5,000 extra a year? Or could you go to your boss and say, I'd like to have an extra $5,000 this year? Is he really going to give it to you? And how much is the tax man going to take on top of that? Because we also do have a home-based business. So you get to write off your, any business expenses. You came here, you drove in your car, write your mileage down, because Plexus is paying for you to get here. And you can deduct that off your income. So you have a business. I like to call it a business in a box. And you could use it to however you want, for little or for big. For myself, I live off my Plexus income. So it's my whole livelihood. And it's provided me with quite a nice income. So what are you willing to invest to see exponential freedom? And would it surprise you if I told you that a company like this to grow, you only need to invest $100 or 100 PV roughly a month. So just let that sink in. Think about when you're growing a business, a traditional business, how much you have to invest in a business. You have to pay your rent, you have to pay your hydro, you have to pay inventory, you have to pay usually your employees that you have with you. And then there's workers' compensation, there's insurance policies on all those people. So this way, we only have to pay $100 per month investment. It's almost kind of like ridiculous, because it's actually this, whoops, it's kind of like a magic trick. That and these 2 products is all you need to do to run your Plexus business. It's 101 PV. So that is very realistic. When you're looking at that, you're thinking, wow, that's what I take. And that's how it usually is. Usually it's what people are taking themselves. We don't have to have garages full of product. I have just basically my product that I have and a couple little extra things here and there, but nothing big covered full of stuff. It's pretty amazing that we can grow a business like we have, the opportunity, just off of those 3 products. So every rank is important, and we do have, I actually shouldn't have started to say that because I don't know how many ranks we have. But sometimes I'll be speaking and stuff just starts to come out, So how many ranks do we have, Silver,
Gold.
7 or 8, yeah. So the ranks are all great because you're making quite an increase as you're going up the ladder with the ranks. And it's based on point system to rank. But at Emerald, it kind of gets a little bit more exciting because you get to get a car. So I have the NX250, which is down the corner here. And her name is Lexi, and she's pretty sweet. It took me a little while to go get her. I ranked Emerald in June after 13 months. And it took me from June until November to go get it, because I just felt like this is not real. This is the whole bottom's gonna fall out. I don't want to be caught with a vehicle I can't pay for. Until finally somebody on my team said, Krista, why have you not gone to get that car? And I was like, I just like my van. I like my van. I didn't want to tell him. And he's like, you need to go get the car. He said, because it belongs to you. It's your car. And so I went and got it a year ago, and I know it was a year ago because the other day I got caught, the registration was not done. And I was like, oh, Lexi's a year old today. It's pretty nice. And Plexus has never missed a payment. People always want to know that. Well, did they ever miss a payment? No, they've never missed a payment at all. And then we also have the trip for 2 to Hawaii, and it's every September, and it's a flight there, it's your trip, they pay for some of your meals. It's like a 5-star plus hotel. We're going back to Maui this year. The first year we were in Maui, next year we went to Kona, and next year we're back at Maui again. So we're we're not staying at Fairmont, that is the Fairmont. I forget which one we're staying at now, I forget the name of it, but it's a beautiful spot too. So what if this could change everything? Just ask yourself that, like what if, there's other people doing this, what if it could change your life? What if this could be something really, big in your life? So that's the end of the presentation for that. I want to thank you for coming. And does anybody have any questions or anything? Anything at all? Doesn't matter if you're guests or ambassadors. Yep.
I take my Slim and my accelerator 30 minutes after breakfast, and I take my X Factor with it at the same time. Can I take my Slim, my accelerator, and my X Factor before, like early in the morning?
I do.
Yeah.
I take it as soon as I get off. It's the first time I reach work.
Yeah.
Before your breakfast.
Yeah.
I go to work pretty early in the morning, so
Yeah.
I would take it then and then just go about my day.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Take mine at
5.
Yeah, everything's a recommendation, so it's really what works best for you. Sometimes I forget and take it at 10 o'clock. Like, when I take mine, I do the Slim, X Factor, Mega X, Accelerator, Edge. I'm a junkie. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start taking these when I start going to the gym. But I did put the cream on it, and let me tell you, that really
It's
worked.
awesome.
Amazing.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
But where do you have to eat though? Like make sure you eat
Like at least a
Like,
half
you don't
hour
have
to
to
an hour.
your products and not eat it.
No, I would take them like say 4:30 in the morning, and then I would my breakfast to 11:15.
That's
Is that too
fine.
far of a
That's what I do.
I don't know that I would take the accelerator without food.
Really?
I do.
I do. It doesn't bother me.
I don't eat until 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I break it up.
I tried the edge and
She's
it was
like,
way too jittery because I'm not happy.
That has to
They
be with
hear
food, that
us.
has to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you like that, like I could never take an energy drink for the same reason,
Yeah.
doing sports.
All right.
But I tried the Edge and then it was the same, I'm like, and then I took it with food.
Yes.
It's fine.
I'm just finding to take my Slim and accelerator at work, it's a challenge, it's a real challenge. So I'm doing it, but I'm not always on 30 minutes, sometimes it's 45 to an hour.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe I'd try something different.
Yeah, whatever works, as long as you feel good and, yeah. And your ProBio and your BioCleanse can be taken at nighttime.
Yes.
There's been controversy both ways on that, but nighttime's fine too.
I've been doing that and I took the block now and again, but I'm going to be doing that challenge.
Oh, yes, yeah. I started the block too. I don't even think I budge at night. I think I just.
Me neither.
No.
I take it at night. I take 2 before I go to bed. It's just like out. I would enjoy
How
it.
does it make you sleep?
I
That's
find
why
it
you
makes me
sleep
sleep
like
so
a
well.
rock.
Yeah, you're sleeping.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Deep.
Yeah.
Must be because I
I take the Mega X at night too though, so that helps too, the Mega X.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I do mine